Hello, hello, and welcome back as we once again watch the Iceman endanger the life of someone whose name is Goose in Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM, War of the Chosen. Once again, Iceman, your actions have directly resulted in Goose's life being in dire peril, although at least what we can say is this time he survived, although once again, no thanks to you. Something I've never understood about Top Gun. How come Maverick was the one that got in trouble when Goose died? It doesn't make any sense at all. It was Iceman's fault that Goose's life was in jeopardy. Maverick didn't do anything. He was being a good wingman, following his boy, and when Iceman refused to peel off and let the right target engage, he's like, no, I'm switching to guns. He's too close. And he's like, clear the shot, clear the shot. And Iceman refuses. Then when Iceman peels off, Maverick flies through his jet wash. How is that Maverick's fault? Why was he the one who wound up in front of like a court of inquiry when it came time to be Goose's death? Like, your actions resulted in the death of your Rio. No, Iceman's actions resulted in the death of his Rio. That and, you know, a canopy malfunction that's probably really that resulted in Goose's death. How come we don't see the part of the movie where the maintenance tech who's supposed to be performing the security and safety check on that punch-out mechanism, where was his board of review? How come we don't get privy to that in Top Gun, where, like, Chief Petty Officer Martin Scarsdale is brought up on charges for gross negligence?
I take it this was easier.
Fucking Scarsdale's fault. Maverick was just, you know, behind the wheel.
Yes, I find the process to be far less disconcerting when the subject has already expired.
And by less disconcerting, don't you mean more arousing, Dr. Tigan? Just say what you mean. You don't have to couch your speech in euphemisms all the time. We know you got a serious freak on. Your perv swerve is, it's a 12-6 curveball that drops 3.5 feet. You can throw it over somebody's head and still get it across the plate.
The data you see is being pulled directly from this Advent Captain's implant. The sequence here.
I can't help but notice that when you framed that shot, though, the camera was securely focused on that Advent Captain's ass.
As you can see, the data is nearly identical. They were using you against us.
Yes, however,
Don't look at me like that, Bradford.
Advent data shows signs of
Don't turn that smoldering gaze on
the
me.
commander from their network.
It gives me an uncomfortable sensation in my nether regions, and I don't like it.
Network.
Makes me insecure in my sexuality.
What we're seeing here is a psionic network. These implants are capable of receiving and transmitting information.
Do I need to be here for this, guys? That's my question with many of these cutscenes. Do I have to be here for this?
My working theory, Advent uses this network to augment.
Let me know when your working theory has evolved into an actual theory. Like, well, we have some small evidence to support it at least. Once again, though, Advent Captain's ass squarely in the middle of the frame.
Even in the subject's diminished condition, the implant continues to have an effect.
A truly astonishing achievement. Yeah, great. You can make the Advent Captain into a Sibian from beyond the grave, which I'm sure is right up Dr. Tigan's alley. Found a way to turn dead Advent soldiers into Sibians. Give him a ride, Dr. T.
Advent officer.
Like I said, not easy.
It's actually pretty easy. We just make a skulljack and go jam it in his brain.
Your call, Commander.
Stop giving me your smoldering gaze, John Bradford. It just makes me want to kiss you, but then I smell the gin fumes on your breath and I'm just repulsed. Accessing the alien network. That's fine. I'm a little salty that we wasted time on that project, really. Resistance Communications is 5 days. We need to do that. I'd love to get started on early mag weapons, but let's go ahead and get Resistance Communications out of the way so we have some stuff to do.
We're going to try to build this skulljack that Tigan came up with.
You're going to need more engineers, Lily? Is that what it is? Yep. And how do we get that specialized facility? More engineers, all things that result in Lily getting a bigger chunk of the budget and more subordinates. I really feel like there's a resource war between Dr. Tigan and Lily Shen. They're both just trying to one-up each other for who gets the most resources, the biggest slice of the budget. It's very, like, insider baseball college politics amongst professors and researchers. 63 supplies there. Let's go check out this convoy ambush because until Resistance Communications finishes, we can't do anything else anyway. Have we discovered our Chosen yet, by the way? Do we know which Chosen is messing with us? What flavor have we got? More supplies. Alien debris is clear. We should definitely build something. I'm thinking maybe we go ahead and get the GTS facility started, though. Let's just put this over here because it will not require staff. So we're going to build the Guerrilla Tactics School. We want that for squad size upgrades. It's basically a must-have. And I think it's important enough that we can afford to leave our one engineer. We'll give Susanna a break from the shoveling. I know shoveling is the epic mandate for all XCOM engineering personnel. Have shovel will travel. But in this case, maybe have hammer will travel is a little bit better. We're going to want that squad size upgrade. Iceman getting a promotion, hugely important, more important, forming a deep and abiding bond with Jim Morrison. What can he say? He loves his music. Also, we need to fix Iceman's name. I realized, actually, I was hanging out with one of my friends who's a huge Top Gun fan, and I said, I don't think Iceman had an actual name, so I just named him Iceman Man. He's like, Iceman had a name. His name was Tom Kazansky. Like, not only did he know that Iceman actually had a name, but he knew what it was immediately. Loves Top Gun. Stun strike. Knock an enemy with psionic force, knocking them back in the direction of the attack. That's interesting, but we get a limited number of ability points here, and overcharge is super amazingly good. Like, we need to build charge more than we need to use it, so we're just going to take overcharge. The reason we'd prefer to build charge over being able to expel charge is simply because we don't have a lot of damage. Our weapons do shit damage, and the more charge we got, more damage we do. Early in the game, that's going to be important. Let's fix Iceman, though. So your first name is actually Tom, and your last name is Kazansky. There we go. Also, hey, we can fix your nickname now because you're a sergeant. Finally! You can see over here, this is actually, I have a customization option that allows you to customize literally anything at all, which is all a little bit of why Iceman doesn't have shoulders as well. You can sort of see through his torso there. It's got some small minor clipping issues and whatnot, but overall, it's, I don't remember the name, it's like customize anything, their ultimate customization or full customization unlock, something like that. What it allows us to do is just use any texture asset on any part of the body. It allows you to really do some pretty unique and intriguing uniform combinations. Hell yeah. Thunder and Lightning, Kazansky and Morrison. Gimme. Thunder and Lightning tour. Coming to nowhere because Jim Morrison is long dead. It's a Doors reunion tour, the Thunder and Lightning tour, because they resurrected him Frankenstein style with the bolt of lightning. He just sort of lurches around on stage, moldering, rotting corpse.
Nothing on the local comms.
Well, we're gonna do our first Haven defense. This should be interesting.
Our pleasure, Den.
You know, you may not want to rush the judgment on thanking me, Den Mother. I have a feeling like that gratefulness is gonna go to resentment in, let's say, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You know, I missed the... Okay, fuck it. I was trying to do a countdown thing, and I forgot Dr. Paul Ryan was going to come. And... Way to step on my joke, Ryan. Jerk. Humorless fuck. Not only could you not enjoy life, but you gotta make sure nobody else can either. Jackass. Shouldn't you be in the gym, working out? Big fitness guy. You know, you're missing your... 3 afternoon exercise session here. It's like 3. You should definitely be lifting weights. 2, 1, 0. Yeah. You know, why are you still standing there poking at the device when you can see him telling you that he's about to assault the thing, and then you actually can see on the monitor the jets flying in, and yet you just stand there? Also, once again, clothespins do not work like that. Well, I mean, that's one method of escape. Just get vaporized by Advent plasma. Some people might say Den Mother had a plan, and I guess Den Mother's reply, or at least the reply she would have made if she wasn't killed, is, what, dying ain't a plan? Hey, Zoidberg, you want to shake that ass for me, girl? Yeah, there it is. I really think Faceless looked like Dr. Zoidberg in the episode where he takes off his shell. Advance attacking a resistance haven in the western United States. We need to rush in to respond. Well, you know, where angels fear to tread, I guess. Also, I should have launched another covert action because, god damn it. Okay, hold on a second. We got to check a couple things very quickly. Never mind, there's no reason to check that.
Facility is currently idle. If we have the soldiers to spare, we should deploy them on a covert action.
I'm going to go ahead and do this Haven Resistance thing. I forgot that the GTS wasn't completed yet. I was going to say, can we go get our 5th trooper right now? But we definitely cannot. On the plus side, I guess the fact that we have Iceman available is useful because we can now take him on this mission. So let's get Iceman and Jim Morrison in the mix. Who else do we want? You know, Chris Genius Knight has been pretty solid for us. Batman can't be relied upon because he won't shoot at people. His gun is... Well, you're tired? Alright, I guess we can't take Simon Mages. It's gonna have to be... No, it can't be Batman because he also is tired. Give me Doc Holliday. No, you know what? Give me the janitor. Mr. Red Planet himself, Robbie Gallagher. Let's go in and get this done. Counting on you, Gallagher. When Tom Sizemore got immolated by some kind of highly flammable oxygen-saturated nematodes, what did you do? I mean, you stood there and watched him light himself on fire, actually, now that I think about it. That wasn't really a very heroic act. What's the one thing Robbie Gallagher did in that movie? I mean, he launched himself into space. That's it. He, like, sort of rebuilt a half-ass busted Russian rock collector probe and then rode it to orbit. And he sort of screwed that up a little bit because he was, like, off trajectory and Carrie Ann Moss had to jump out of the ship with a rope tied to her and grab him. Because, you know, that's how space works.
Eliminate all enemy units and protect those civilians. Advent came in hot and so did we. You won't have a concealed position for deployment on
Yeah, that's actually kind of bad. So, we're here to help civilians. Got it. Well, there we go. But it's only 2 of them. We got a sectoid and we got just a regular Advent trooper, and they're going to help us out by running towards us. That's, like, supremely generous of you, gentlemen. I appreciate it. Okay, sectoid, we should be able to get to you without causing any problems. We might even be able to kill you. But Jim Morrison does give us a bonus action, so let's hold off on that. Iceman, can you... Oh, he can't make it, though. Alright, well, 2 things we can do, then. We could give you a bonus action. So we're going to have Jim Morrison dash in and go for the kill. If Morrison spawns a pod, we could give him a bonus action to flee. Looks like he's totally safe. He's safe and more focused than ever. Once he hears that first chord of the song, he's like, now I'm dialed in. I'm good, I'm ready to work now. Janitor, why don't you come clean up this slop? And done. Get ruined. You're a man of science, Gallagher. What are you spending your time talking about the gods for? We could take a momentum move to potentially rescue a civilian, or even 2. What are the odds that spawns a pod, though? Like, pretty good? We don't know what our enemy count's going to be like. This is our first mission. Plus, I mean, there's... You know what? This is almost certainly not a faceless. And we've still got our bonus action if we need to run. Which we're going to need to do, because we spawn another pod. This is not fantastic. We can always have Morrison fall back. Are we going to be able to fall back far enough is the question. If we gave Jim Morrison a bonus action, do you think he could make it and get to that sectoid? Probably not. Let's just move Gallagher to full cover. These guys are not going to be able to contribute much at all. I've been playing so much Battletech, I'm in the like mindset where I keep thinking if I move further, I'm going to get a defensive buff. But like the further I move, the harder I am to hit. And that's actually not true. Tom Kazansky is not a he's not a Jenner. He's just a man. He's not a giant fighting metal robot war machine. He's just a man. I mean, admittedly, he is a psychically powered and therefore borderline wizard, but... Well, there's our first chosen. Looks like we've got El Huntador. Revenge. Chance to return fire against missed shots. Not going to be a problem for us, actually, because... we're not going to shoot at him. He does regain lost health, which is a little irritating. He's easy to target from the ground, and Templars are his adversary. The fact that his Templars are his adversary, that's super good for us. High ground is not fantastic. Being easier to hit from high ground would be... you know, if we had Reapers, potentially we could make something happen out of that.
The Chosen aren't going to make this.
As long as the Chosen doesn't try to kill a civilian, though, I don't really care.
We need to get to their location.
Gonna throw mind control. As Templars, we should have relatively high base willpower. And he has chosen to animate someone. That's ideal for us, because now we can just go kill the sectoid and take care of the zombie. It's a twofer. Sectoid's going BOGO on us. Buy one, get one, folks. Even at these prices, you're still, you know, getting discount. So this person then is almost certainly a faceless. That's actually problematic for us, the fact that they are almost certainly a faceless. So you go deep and rend the sectoid, because we're probably going to have you take a bonus action to run away when we spawn that faceless. Or alternatively, may have you take a bonus action to just kill the faceless. Jimmy sectoid just getting rendered to juice. And hey, free loot, not that we can make super use of it. Got ourselves an Illyrium core. If this guy doesn't immediately go faceless, we may momentum swing to try and get away. Alternatively, we could momentum to go... Maybe we'll momentum into it. That might actually be the better call. Get rent. Two of our troopers are now fully juiced. We got him powered up. We can take that momentum move to come grab a civilian rescue. That seems like a solid strategy. Not a faceless. Perfect. I'm, like, basically certain that this man is, in fact, a faceless. So we can either pop him now and use our bonus action to run away, or potentially just hit him. It's not gonna kill him. It will do reasonable... You know what? It's better to know than not know. Not a faceless. Okay. So we have, like, used our momentum move to maximum effect there. Kazansky, we're gonna need you to potentially come in and save some bacon over here. So let's get you and go for the double rescue. Double rescue potentially leaves you exposed, but the only enemy on the map is El Huntador. And I'm not too worried about him at this range and this angle. Double rescue. One to go. We only need a single man. Let's just bring Kazansky over here in case this is a faceless. And then we can tag team him next time. El Huntador is going to be in trouble because his go-to ability is to mark us and force us to move. But we're Templars, man. We were going to do that anyway. I may also throw a grenade at you and see if I can drop you through a rooftop. The only hiccups you're going to have are, I'm assuming, from, like, terror. You summoned a guy with a gun. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, because he spotted us. Should shoot at a civilian, though. He's going to grapple. I feel like you're about to get ruined, though. Excuse me? Oh, this is a blind grenade? He has dazed both of us. That's terrible.
This fire is growing out of control.
Like
You're fine.
All lined up for the taking. You're making this too easy on me.
Oh, he's gonna try and capture us. Is there anywhere I can render aid unto you without standing, like, right next to you, though? Alright, Gallagher, come over here. Render assistance, which I believe does not take an action. Get your ass up there. Come on, back in a fight. We got shit to do. Perfect. And then we're gonna do this. No, I mean, I'd throw a grenade up here at this man, though. Right here. Okay, it's hittable because I keep seeing it flash lit. where I want that grenade. I don't want to blow up the civilian. We can do this. Come on, man. You can do this. There's like 1 pixel we can throw this at. There's the pixel right there. Get the Granado up and drop this man through a floor. Bam! 4 damage, some fall damage to boot. Enjoy that shit, biscuit. Alright. We need to be able to see this man to attack him, and we currently cannot see him. Where is he, though? You know what? Probably our best bet is to have you come over here and render aid unto our Jim Morrison. We're going for the chain aid. I save you, you save me. No one's disoriented. It doesn't really rhyme, but we may have you use your bonus action then to give your boy Jim Morrison a bonus action after he murders this man. He might not need it, but then again, he might. Especially if one of these is a faceless. I'm guessing they're not a faceless, or they would have already transformed. Not a faceless. Well, head over here to this cover. And stay away from the fire if possible, Morrison. Take your bonus action. Little momentum swing, and that's all the civvies we need. We're good. That's 6 for 6. Iceman, you know, you're still... I'm going to just have you hunker down, actually. This guy regenerated 3 HP. He's going back to the high ground. What's he going to throw? Another grenade at us? Oh, hunter rifle shot. He's going to shoot. We cannot save Jim Morrison, though. The Faceless are going to bonus. That's the way this is going to wind up working out. We're going to get screwed by Faceless. Gallagher, get up here. The Faceless are going to pork us. That's what it's going to come down to. We may have we're going to have mopped up everybody, but the 2 Faceless are going to transform. And when the 2 Faceless transform, Jim Morrison's going to bleed out before we can save him.
The elders have done much worse.
Don't tell me about the elders. Iceman can't get there. The genius, though. He's got him. You're going down. Give me those bonus AP. You done, son? He didn't get him, though, because he had no focus. He had no focus. The man who could give us a bonus action to get us up there can't get a bonus action because he's bleeding on the ground. This is awful. And now 2 of our guys are actually relatively exposed as well, so double drawback. One of these guys may additionally be a faceless. Why are you still dazed, though, Kazansky? Well, you're going to parry since you're standing out in the open, and you have a momentum move. Let's see if we can get you into some cover, maybe. Corner cover is ideal. And now we have 1 turn to kill 2 faceless while we bleed to death. This man's going to grapple away. He's also healing, which is kind of boning us. No more hunter rifle shots, though. You want to shoot at me? I'm fucking bulletproof, dog. I know Jim Morrison is bleeding out. There's nothing I can do to save him. And I can't get over here. No, you know what? I can't get over there, but there is one thing I can do. I can throw a grenade at that man.
We march toward enlightenment.
Get him. You gotta get over there and give him the granado. Land it right on his face. Also, this should kill him. It should be enough damage and the fall should kill him. Yep, see, for the purposes of liability, it wasn't us. It was the fall that killed him. So people should be transforming now? You're a faceless. You're a faceless. We're gonna have a hard time killing all these faceless in a single turn.
Down for good, but at the very least, we've held off the chosen for another day.
We've heard rumors about some kind of shapeshifters. I'm
I'm guessing this is it.
Yeah, I'm guessing I'm actually quite salty about the way things have turned out here. Gallagher, you do not have parry. We gotta hurry or Jim Morrison's gonna die, though. You do have parry. More damage, of course, because you have no focus, which is terrible. You're gonna stick tight, throw the parry. Stick tight, throw the parry. Meanwhile, Robbie Gallagher's gonna come in from the rear. This actually should be a kill, so... There it is.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. We're not picking up any additional contacts.
What about that other faceless?
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
You know what? I'll take it. We didn't have to kill the other faceless, and I'm cool because that means Jim Morrison didn't die. He's badly injured, but nobody dead.
Again, we'll be ready.
Whew, Operation Red Misery. It's gonna be a pretty miserable time for old Iceman, because the love of his life... Well, I mean, the love of his wife was actually the love of his wife. Freudian slip. I'm pretty sure Iceman was in love with Wolfman. They were the Man family. Iceman, Wolfman. Spending a lot of time on the beach, playing volleyball, jean shorts, shirtless, sweaty. Young, virile males at the prime of their lives, spending all their time with each other. I mean, you could make the connection, I think. Didn't see any of them like catcalling or wolf whistling Kelly McGillis. Not that that's acceptable behavior, but, you know, it was the 80s. Jim Morrison getting a promotion. Hell yeah. Oh, good sweet God, I want Bladestorm more than I've ever wanted anything in my entire life. But we have to take parry. It's a... Do we? Or... No. Okay, here's why I'm going to take parry. Here's my rationale. Bladestorm makes Corporal Jim Volt Morrison unbelievably amazing. I'm still going to take parry, though, because parry is a signature ability. You need to parry. And for instance, on that mission there, if he had had parry, he probably wouldn't have wound up wounded. And you saw what parry did for the genius. He ran in, hit a man, and he was like, go ahead, shoot at me. I don't care, I'm in the open. You can't touch me.
Commander.
Increase our supply income in the western United States. That's fantastic. Pretty solid little mission. Let's see if we can get our GTS facility online before we get another one. We also could use an infirmary now that we have someone who is, like, grossly wounded. We're going to go on another covert action. We need to get this started because one of these had a promotion, as I recall. Yeah. And I wanted to send Jim Morrison on this, but we can't. Instead, we are going to send the Iceman. And, I don't know, who should we send out with him? Like, I don't know, maybe old Ursula? Can we send... You know what? You're going with Jens Gooseman, Tom Kazansky. This is the grim reminder of what happened as a result of your irresponsible and inconsiderate actions. This is what happens when you violate protocol. I send you on a covert action with a fucking ghost. Take that. Also, we could use those supplies. The Chosen's got to go report his failure to the elders. Be like, sorry, sir, but I screwed a pooch. Dropped the ball. I mucked it. Fell flat on my face. I did not break a leg. I bombed in the comedic sense. I did what Pete does every single episode of this series. I went out on stage and just tragically failed. If these guys are siblings, how come they hate each other so much? I mean, a little sibling rivalry is normal, but feeling murderously violent towards your siblings, that seems unusual.
Be restrained. No, the three of us called upon together. Something has changed.
Yeah, the elders wanted to talk to you, so they summoned you.
We are agreed. The battlefield has shifted. Our masters have need of us once more.
Purple-chinned guy, gauntlet wreathed in fiery particle effects.
You dare.
I think this man may have seen Infinity War one too many times.
Oh, I dare.
Who are you? You're gonna square off against the wielder of the Infinity Gauntlet? You're out of your damn mind. This is like if Black Widow had squared off against Thanos by herself. He's got the Infinity Gauntlet. You're just a guy with a gun. Or a girl with a gun, in Black Widow's case. That's Black Widow's whole power, too. She just has a gun. And it's not even our best gun. There are better guns she could be wielding, but instead what she used, I just got this 9mm pistol that I carry around. That's probably good enough to stop the Hulk. Don't worry, if Bruce Banner gets out of line, the Scarlet Witch, well, not the Scarlet Witch, she's actually powerful. If the Hulk gets out of line, Black Widow's there to stop him. What about Hawkeye? I mean, Hawkeye is also stupid. He doesn't even have a gun. I'm not picking on Black Widow because she's a dame. There are many powerful and wondrous women in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but Black Widow ain't one of them. Neither's Hawkeye. What do? I have a family, also a bow and arrow. I'm basically every Midwestern male from the months of October until about the end of November when bow season is in. If you need me, I'll be out sitting in a tree stand at 5 o'clock in the morning freezing my dick off trying to murder a helpless animal. What are you, anti-hunting, Pete? No, I'm not, actually. As long as you're killing it for food, I have no objection with it. If you want to go kill deer and eat them, do it. Food animals are food animals. Humans are apex predators. That's what we do. Going out and doing it for sport, though, that just seems wasteful and dumb. And don't give me the whole we're conserving the animals, Pete. Like, if we just let them breed unrestricted, it's bad for the species. Maybe, but if you're gonna do that, then you should, like, donate the meat to people who need it. Don't go out sport hunting and be like, yep, I just killed a deer and had it stuffed. If you're gonna go out and hunt for sport because you don't need the food, give it to someone who does need the food. You could give that stuff to a food bank. Just have, have that processed and give it to a food bank. In fact, if you donated the deer to many charitable organizations, they would probably pay for the processing. It'd be a good deal for them. They get a lot of food for a very minimal investment. 8 days for some more supplies. I'm going to say not now. Don't we already have something going? Con my ball of derp, the Grimstalker. Well, he did put Jim Morris in the dirt, so I gotta give him credit for one thing. I think that may be like the most damage the Chosen Hunter has ever done to us in any of our campaigns. He didn't kill someone, but he did take him out of action. I don't think he's ever come that close before. Resistance Communications is finished. That's fantastic. Resistance Comms, Zach De La Roca's Resistance Radio, Resistance Contacts are now available. Also picked up a datapad decryption. How much intel do we have? 128. I really just want to do mag weapons. I don't want to spend 3 days on this, even though it is inspired. I don't need the intel. 6 days for Resistance Radio, which all that lets us do is build radio beacons, and until we get to 3 contacts, we don't have to really worry about that. You know what? We're going for the mag weapon.
I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander.
We'll try and get you another scientist, Dr. Tygan, so that we can rush that on a little bit.
We can now work to establish contact with local resistance groups.
Yes, John, thank you. I'm aware of how making contact works. We'll probably make contact with Mexico just to see what it changes into. It does open our safety valve for us. It is also one of our storyline missions. First things, though, is this priority message from the commander? He's just telling us we did a good job.
Against the aliens over the past month,
thanks.
I hope that
I've done fine.
Efforts will only lead.
Are you here to tell me that I'm responsible for the death of my radar intercept officer, even though it was faulty equipment that killed him? And the inconsiderate actions of one of my fellow soldiers, and almost nothing that I did was responsible for his death? If anything, I'm the only reason he lived as long as he did, trying to recover from that flat spin. Brutal crackdown on the resistance, permanently lowering XCOM's income. He has no knowledge of our actions, though. Lost World. Lost Swarm may occur on any mission. That's very bad. Made Whole, I think, is worse, though. These are both terrible. If I gotta pick one of those, I think I pick Lost World.
If there are orders you would have us follow, Commander.
So we got... Yeah, thanks. Just let me see what orders I've got available. Any XCOM shots that hits the loss as an instant headshot kit. That's sort of amazing.
My followers and your people continue to grow in skill, and now the resistance.
An additional +2 power is also useful. Trial by fire is, we want trial by fire more than anything we've ever wanted. Some of these I've never seen before, and also some of these seem absolutely fucking fantastic. I mean, we're definitely going with trial by fire. That's a mortal lock. Additional, that doesn't mean anything. Private channel is just an extra 2 turns on every mission, which is also fantastic. Between the eyes, though, I've never seen that, and that just means all you have to do is hit a lost and they just instantly die. That's supremely good for our people who do nothing but wield pistols. That's gonna make the lost utterly trivial if we can get that. I kind of feel like we sort of have to get that. It's no trial by fire because it's literally the best resistance order in the game, but I sort of feel like we desperately need that. Like, we must have it. Is our GTS facility built yet? We got 5 more days on that? What have we been doing with ourselves? Let's get that covert action done. I really want to go get some information about the Chosen Hunter. We picked up an incendiary grenade, which is not this useful. Some AP rounds, which are absolutely useless. Our supply drop is available. We will need that if we're going to be able to build our facility. We definitely are not interested in rookies at the moment. Let's swing over here, grab our supplies, then we'll swing up here and pick up the thing that isn't rookies. Actually, that's also just supplies, though. Well, we could use them. We're working on mag weapons. There's a non-zero chance we could get that knocked out. GTS is and running. That is excellent. And we should have someone now who is high enough rank that we can buy our 5th squad mate. Correct? New combat tactics. I got a 50. Yeah, give me that squad size. I have a rank to somebody. We need a captain in order to get squad size 2. Val Kilmer, maybe close-ish? In one day, Val Kilmer is going to pick up promotion. That's another rank for the Killmeister.
Commander, you should establish contact with the local.
Don't tell me how to live my life, Optimus Prime, okay? I don't want any more shit out of you this episode. If I want any more shit out of you, sir, I will dip it out. I've got a dipper over here, and if I want it, I'll come and get it. What a surprise! Iceman and Goose went on a mission, and Goose wound up injured. Gee, who would have thought? Flew right through the jet wash there, flat spin, head impacted with the canopy. Meg Ryan once again fucking widowed because Iceman can't stop fucking Goose over.
Word is we've got a new trick or two available, Commander.
Yeah, unless one of those tricks is a promotion, though, I don't really give a shit. Any of these a promotion? I don't want to recruit a Reaper. There are no promotions, though. Nope. No promotions. We will come back to this then, because we are going to go promote Val Kilmer. Lieutenant. I'm pretty sure he actually was a lieutenant. Lieutenant Tom Iceman Kazansky. Now, not only has he got the right name, but he's also the appropriate rank. Deflect. Deflect incoming shots, completely avoiding damage. That's real good. Lightning Hands is actually also surprisingly useful. Iceman, how come you're such a late bloomer? Why are all your special abilities gated so deep? Channel is excellent. Deflect is also good. Oh, you have 22 AP though, so you can just buy a bonus ability. For 24 of these, we can get both Deflect and Channel. Pete, why are you enthused about Channel? Because this means that our boy here, Tom Iceman Kazansky, can generate focus for other Templars. In a vacuum by itself, Channel is not fantastically huge. It's like not this really that good of an ability. But since our entire team is going to be Templars, leaving behind those little glowing orbs of energy, that's just extra juice for the rest of us. Amplify seems like we're probably going to need some of that too. Aftershock just hollow targets things that we hit with Volt. Pillar is interesting because it does just let us make high cover. I mean, we're definitely taking Deflect. It's a way for us to stand and, you know what, do it. Take Channel. I know it costs 2 of our AP, but we did just pick up 5 freebies on our last mission. It seems like we can afford to spare it. Goose is in the hospital for fucking 12 days because Iceman is a scumbag. We got to send somebody out on our next mission. We got Simon Magus. We got Bruce Wayne. Morrison's still out for another 18 days. Anybody really will do on this. We don't have to be too finicky. What one are we gonna do? We're gonna do the one that gives us faction with the... okay, we'll take faction with the Templars. I actually wanted to get faction with the Reapers so that we could get between alliance, because that really does seem good. But gaining faction with the Templars also works for us. It will do, and the reason it will do is we can just, when our next month to give orders comes up, we can just swap those two. We can put the bonus AP on the Templars and then pull between the eyes into the wildcard slot. Hunt the Chosen Hunter. We need a Sergeant Plus in order to do this, which means Iceman has to go. Somebody can get +1 health. That's surprisingly useful. Let's give that to Doc Holliday, maybe? And then any soldier can go... Well, as much as I'd love to send Goose on this one, we've got throwaway Ether Bessie Gibson down here. Some of these soldiers are like, you know, 2B, like TBD, but it's TBNL, to be named later. You guys go take care of that. We put Susanna Citadora in here. You know, taking behind enemy lines down to a meager 5 days is probably more useful than having her shovel. We don't really need supplies right now. If we were worried about supplies, we could have her on shovel duty, but resistance ring... If we had an infirmary, we might put her in there, too. Also, we could just come down here, shovel this hole. Build our infirmary here. Are we going to have enough power for that? I'm thinking about a workshop. We could put a power facility here, infirmary here, workshop here, and then we've got staffing gremlins to take care of us. It's now we'll mull that over a little bit. This episode's run a little long. Let's wrap it up. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to watch Iceman continue to try and murder the most loyal and dedicated radar intercept officer of all time, might consider subscribing as well, because Jesus, Iceman really hates Goose. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.